Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good day. My name is Zahiruddin bin Zahari from Majlis Bandaran Jasin. Today I would like to present about smart city readiness based on technology, organisation, environmental, TOE framework, a case study in Melaka. There will be 11 parts of the presentation. Background of the study. First we go to the globalization, urbanization and industrialization were perceived as three primary factors that added to human culture based on a study done in 2014, and the rapid urbanization that occurred in the last decade has resulted numerous urban issues such as congestion, noise, protection and natural resource degradation. And in Malaysia, on 23rd September 2019, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government unveiled the Malaysia Smart City Framework (MSCF) 2018, which will act as a framework for local governments throughout the country to transform cities into smart cities. There are 7 components in the Malaysia Smart City Framework, which is smart economy, smart living, smart environment, smart people, smart government, smart mobility and smart digital infrastructure. This is the problem statement of the research, which I've said before. The rapid urbanization that has taken place in the recent decades has led to numerous urban issues such as congestion, pollution, health and depletion of natural resources. Smart cities are used as one of the strategies in the global sense to address the urbanization problems and enhance society quality of life. Smart city is seen as a new approach to urban management and growth to make Malaysia's city more sustainable and viable. In Malaysia, the need to develop smart city can be attributed to the following. First, to tackle urban challenge resulting from rapid urbanization, then to meet national and global agendas, to adopt new global development trends, to promote digital economy and to put Malaysia cities to be on par with other cities worldwide. The objective of the research first is to investigate the technological, organizational, environmental and readiness factors, and second, to understand the challenges faced in developing Melaka Smart City. These are the literature review based on the previous study done in 2009, 2007, 2012 and 2014, which is the definition of a smart city and the dimension and conceptual relative of smart city, which is done by Nam and Pado in 2011. These are the smart city characteristic which is done in 2014 that divided into characteristic, theory and feature. The characteristics is divided to 6 characteristic. First, smart economy, smart people, smart governance, smart mobility, smart environment and smart living. Now we go to the Malaysia Smart City. Malaysia Smart City Framework is a national framework that serves a guide and reference to local authorities as city managers, state government, federal ministries, agencies, industry players, academic and other stakeholders in Malaysia, comprehensive planning and growth of smart cities in line with current development. As we can see, there are 4 cities in Malaysia in their way to developing their cities to be smart city. For example, in Selangor, Smart Selangor to turn Selangor into a smart state by 2025. And then we go to Putrajaya. Putrajaya's vision is to transform itself from a garden city to green city by 2025. And Penang, smart city blueprint done by Penang. We target Penang to be smart city by the year 2022. And then in Melaka, as you can see, first smart project that we can see in Melaka is the smart metering for electricity monitoring done by TMB, and Smart City Advisory Council to make Melaka as one of the smart city in Malaysia in 2030. Now Melaka is reviewing the plan based on the Plan Strategic Melaka 2035 to transform Melaka to be a smart city in 2035. These are the conceptual framework divided into 3. First, technological readiness, and the second, organizational readiness. Third, environmental readiness, which is to assess the readiness of the Melaka to be smart city. This is the definition of the TOE framework, usually used for new technology developments in decision-making process. The study done by Tonaski and Fleischer in 1990, this is the characteristics and the framework that used in the study. These are the dimension of the framework. It's divided into three: technology, organization, environment. And the definition, as you can see in the slide, the research methodology done in this research is using qualitative method, and the interview has been done using phone calls because of the MCO PKP 1.0, and then the interviewee divided into 6 parts or 6% from Unit Perancangan Ekonomi Melaka, and then from the 4 local authorities in Melaka. The findings from the research first divided into 3 parts. First, the coding, the teams, sub-teams and the teams. First, we go to the smart city awareness, which is the awareness of the interviewee, and then the technological readiness of the departments or persons in the departments, as we can see in the slide. And then the organizational readiness will be assessed throughout the interviews. As we can see, we assess the organizational readiness to take part in the smart city development. And then the environmental readiness, which is the environment that suitable to develop smart city. Based on the finding, the challenge faced mainly because of the cost of the development and upgrading of the infrastructure based on the smart city requirement, such as high-speed connectivity and the data servers or one-stop data, or we call big data, and IoT usable in the future. And then the cost of the infrastructure and capacity building and promoting the awareness among the people or staff in the organization. And then the step must be initiated in terms of capital budgeting by the government, which is the local or state government and federal government also. And then the NGO can be included to take part in the initiative to help promoting the smart city and to make it successful. The department agencies also have to start adopting new norms and trying to simplify their job routine using IoT, introduce basic system to integrate data info for all departments, and such as smart map, smart city writing, smart city, and promote all the stuff about the awareness and benefit of the smart city. And then we go to the organizational readiness. First, we need to involve all the stakeholders and explain all level of organization about the smart city so that the initiative can be easily to be executed, and then can be managed in terms of funding by involvement from the public-private partnership and private finance initiative. And then we have to allocate specific budget and propose funding by the federal government in next or in Malaysia Rolling Plan projects budget proposal from the federal agencies such as Ministry of Housing and Local Government, which is KPKT. And then the knowledge transfers and the readiness of the others to implement it by cross-organization. Then we go to the environmental readiness. First, the minimization of environmental effects due to the development in the Melaka state using smart city concepts. And then not all of the department adopt the policies yet because the policy is still under revision until now and finalization by the state planning unit, especially when the exchange of political surrounding and leaders in Melaka in the early 2020. The limitation of the study, all the planned interview session through face-to-face has to be postponed due to the movement control, MCO, and pandemic COVID-19 because the study done in early 2020. And then suggestion for the future, the smart city readiness model in this study is based on 3 factors, which is technology, organization, and environment. Then a number of variables are proposed to assess these 3 main factors. Future researcher may able to evaluate other local or state government to find other variables which is not discussed in this study because each organization has different cultures and problems. So organization definitely has different variables used to measure the readiness. And then future researcher should also aim to get more decision makers as result because they have the power to vote on the smart city idea that is being implemented. The contribution and of the finding from this research, first, this research will bridge the theoretical gap associated with the smart city readiness model that is rarely discussed in Malaysia, especially for local or state government. And then the study can help measure state government assess or measure their readiness to adopt the concept of smart city. And then the readiness assessment will then give idea of their current condition and ability, so that they know if their current resources and ability make them ready to adopt the concept of smart city. And then through understanding of their own potential, we can expect the state or local government not to be rash in making decision and really planning to embrace the idea of smart city, so the implementation can continue smoothly and success. As a conclusion, the top management support, the IT professional support, and viable budget and funding strategy are variables to evaluate organizational readiness. And then internet technology knowledge, engagement and participation, partnership and collaboration are variables used to assess the environmental readiness. As we can see, the partnership from the private or NGOs in making this development to be successful. And then there is a significant effect between the three aspects of readiness, with the intention of adopting the new concept of smart city development in Melaka. That's all. Thank you very much.